Oh yeah, NetDev. I'm completely out of Echo, dude. I left there. Okay, so here's the rundown because you haven't really been around. I'll fill you in the whole fucking rundown. So I left. Like I just got tired of fucking trying to help Echo constantly, man. Um, like yeah, I got tired of trying to help Echo constantly and then just being belittled by their staff team and the owner, and I just got tired of the favoritism that was just clearly blatant over there, and the lackluster of effort that Flaws puts into his city. I just got tired of it, man. So I just left the Discord after a debate with Bill, who's like has just fucked the fucking city with the shit that he's been in charge of with the COC. So I just got tired of it. I got tired of debating him that made no freaking sense, so I left. And yeah, I mean, I just got tired of it. I was gonna quit RP altogether. Wasn't really sure I was gonna get back into it. Um, I didn't want to, like I always said, if I was gonna get back into it, it'll be back in Prodigy. But my issue that I've had with Prodigy is the 2 p.m. restart isn't very convenient for me and my time schedule. So like, if I were to fly in, I would have to force myself to do it morning times. And the problem is like I don't want to go through the whole crime work of networking and grinding and everything when me and the rest of the jesters don't our time zones don't match up enough. So I was just kind of pretty much done with it. But then they released the public city and PD was doing a sink or swim. So I took Cocaine Cody, I brought him in the public city. I pulled a cop over, had him teach me how to do a traffic stop, and I just bullshitted the sink or swim. And I just full on winged it. It was funny as fuck, and it worked. And I'll be honest, being a cop is fucking hilarious. And being a cop fits my schedule more because here's the thing that I say most. When you're a cop, or cop and crim, when you're a cop, once you get accepted into the department, you are given the five main things. What are those five main things? Access to a vehicle, access to income, access to equipment, access to a group of people, and then access to the content. On Crim, if you want those five things, you have to go earn it. You have to go earn those five things. You have to grind for those five things. Pros and cons to each, obviously. The cool thing about Crim is you get to do whatever the fuck you want to do, and you kind of have more control over the RP, whereas whereas a cop, you're kind of more reactive. Now, you still have control over the RP, but you are more reactive on a lot of the things that you can do. Um, but that's, you know, that's the trade-off you get. You do as a cop. The cool thing about a cop is you can't lose as a cop, man. Like there are L's, like your L's are your time wasted, right? But you can't really lose as a cop. The worst thing that happens on as a cop is the worst thing that you have that happens on a cop is you sit at a bank or a PDM or a scene of whatever, and you're sitting there for like 20 minutes, and then the guys just take like the rattiest route that you can't follow, and you're like, dude, what the hell was that, man? Like, for example, like people using a contender to drive over a wall, or if you're in a wider vehicle and they go through a Sultan Gap but you can't follow, shit like that right off the gate.
Hey guys, Sasha got rookie check the bennies. You should check this out.
That's the only shit that
Wait, Sasha got
cops can take L's, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, like, when a crim gets caught, bro, they're losing money. They're getting that, they're going to jail, which is, I mean, borderline a soft ban. Like, so crims have a lot more to lose. They have to grind to get to their spot. Cops, man, we lose a chase, we go right back on duty, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So being a cop's been mad fun.
Didn't you get ankle broken?
But
ankle broken in the first 10 seconds.
I woke up 10 minutes before that.
30 minutes before, and plus I couldn't move because there was a local in my way. Oh my god.
I gotta handle something real quick, chat. I'm sorry. I want to go to that shots fired, but I gotta 10-6 for a second. Sub 11, 10-6 for about 5-10. Yeah, it's just it was
shooting on Strawberry. Someone's massacred a load of locals.
Charles 16, dispatch to Little Stone, shots fired.
second. But yeah, man, you said I agree. Cities including Echo ran by bad
Definitely
staff
didn't snitch on
with
you
bad
on
priorities, favoritism. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's the thing. It's like Echo. The Echo's biggest issue. I've said it. I've said it before. Echo's biggest issue is this. You have an owner that is not in with what's happening in the city. He is extremely disconnected from what's actually happening in the city. And on top of that, the owner is making decisions and he doesn't understand what it's like to be a crim or anything.
We're back 10-8 now. Fix the car.
He's assigned people who kisses his ass, and those people should not be in charge of running cities. He's assigned people like Bill and all these, like, you know, in quote, civs, and he's trying to he's making changes based off of what his group of elected officials, elected people are saying, and those group of elected people are, one, extremely biased, two, just have no perspective of the other side. So you have these guys that are either full-time cop or full-time civ, and it's just like, if once you're in the city for like even a little bit, you start to see where the favoritism's at.
If we get any shots fired from the beach on the south
And here's like the next thing.
It's just BBS.
I've said this before. The whole, ever since they had the whole wipe, they fucked up their city. When they had that wipe, they brought the taxes, all the shit. A terrible, terrible idea. I think the V-Star does backfire a little bit. I've definitely lit some gas on fire. But the thing is like, taxes in theory sound great, but if you spend time in a city, you realize that taxes are not good for the vast majority of people. They're only good for the people that Second Life RP. You should not cater your city towards those people. Like, the people that Second Life RP, bro, you can't cater to, because most people aren't doing that. Like, the taxes what they end up doing is they end up forcing people to fly in to maintain what they've got, and if they take a little bit of a break, they're then fucked. For example, all my guys, including myself, we took a little break from Echo. They didn't want to fly back in. My guys didn't want to fly back in because they were negative in their account. They can't pull their vehicles out without paying the car off. So now what ends up happening is, if they wanted to come back, they would have to fly back in and grind and min-max just to be able to RP, just to be able to provide value to the city. I've said it once before, I'll say it again. You should only have taxes on things that are limited in the city. For example, you should only have taxes on, I would argue, warehouses, housing, imports, like limited vehicles. That's it. That's it. Anything that is not in limitation in a city should not have taxes. Because again, like, if you want to have a vehicle at all, you have to grind. Like, you have to. And like I said, it puts criminals and people in a W mindset and a min-max mindset. And I've tried to argue this with them so many times, but it just gets shut down. They don't want to listen. Flaws doesn't want to listen to anybody. He just listens to Bill and the other turds they got running that damn city, man. And that's what ends up happening is you get people that are like for example, when you're a crim, I remember seeing Flaws one time being like, that just means you got to do one big job a week to pay for this. No,
Shots
that means
fired,
you
man,
need to
Paul.
get away from one big job a week to do that. Well, what happens if you don't get away? Well, now you're more in the hole. Now you gotta do two big jobs, and you have to get away. So now every single thing that you're doing is now incentivizing cops to, or I'm sorry, incentivizing crims to have a W mindset. They need to escape to make money. They need to do the grind. They're gonna go onto the island and grind meth just to pay for their taxes. And the way somebody makes money in a city should never be, or I'm sorry, let me reword that. The way somebody makes money in a city should always have some kind of leverage towards whether it provides RP or not. Going to the island and doing the whole coke process was unique, but the issue is there really was not any RP through it. So it was a cool script, but there was no RP. So therefore, but then the money was set so high that was like, you could make so much money. And then you go sell drugs, and the drug sales were the only RP that you would really kind of get out of the things. They have a baby in their drug world that could develop into something really nice. I like what they had, but they have lack of leadership, and they have a lack of guidance through everything in the city. So like, that's the problem. And then on top of that, bro, look how long things have been broken, and look how long it's taken them to balance certain things. I can tell you to this day, and I haven't even been in that city in like 2 months, I bet you Vanjie still isn't hit. Ain't nobody hit Vanjie's. How was Vanjie's? To this day, a year goes by, Vanjie's is still not hit. Nobody wants to touch Vanjie's.
We're getting bullied, help!
Like, bruh, what are you doing, man?
We're dealing with 47s off of shots fired.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And then he wants to sounds like the same slums that I left when I left there a couple years. It is. It's the same issue, and it's gonna always be the same issue, because the issue is Flaws is he's not involved with the city. He doesn't know what's actually happening. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He's not involved with the city. And then on top of that, his second issue, his second flaw, is that he only wants to listen to people who kiss his ass. So there's a lot of ass kissers in RP. There's a lot. You see it all over the fucking place. There's a lot of ass kissers. And then the next reason why I left is, dude, I'm just tired of walking on damn eggshells over there, man. Like, I got a 30-day ban for literally asking my guys to fly in for a job that was already planned in city to do, and none of my guys even flew in. So nothing was even brought in character, and I got a 30-day ban for that. Like, it's like, I can't tell you the amount of tickets I've been pulled into. There's a reason why nobody streams Echo. It's because they have a culture of ticket ban after ticket ban after ticket ban. They have a culture of, like, if the cops don't like you, which most of the cops are all buddy-buddy with each other, it's a clique. This is why all the new cadets that come in don't fucking hang around long. They leave. This is why all the crims make cop characters and say they're crim mains, but they're mainly on their cop. Like, and they all metagame out the fucking ass. This is why triads have been protected for years, despite their endless amounts of metagaming and bullshittery. So, like,
the Sultan that shot at us, that actually wants you down here.
It's
Yeah,
crazy,
I'm
man.
Oh, they shot at you? Okay.
10-4, but we're outnumbered. I'd like you to come down and we can shoot at them.
Your ISO 176, dude.
Some fuckery
They're
shit
leaving in a
happening.
blue Sultan, light blue Sultan, going north on. They're going to Benny.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
All
The
76.
triads are no longer a thing there, thank God. No, the thing is this, look. The triads aren't a thing, but another gang just filled their shoes. It's a PR thing, man. It's a PR thing. It's the issue is the triads did not give RP. They did not. They flew in and metagamed and flew out. They flew in, metagamed, flew out. Look at when who's the one guy that started coming over, the popular
Going
guy.
south Oakland.
The popular, I don't know, was he a part of CG? I can't fucking
We have a
remember.
stowaway now, Chunk still.
Who's the popular streamer that started coming by?
Like a serious thing or
Rated
just the
Epics,
Saints
yes.
or something fucking
Look when
around?
Rated Epics
I don't
came
know who
over.
it is.
When he came over, what's his character's
They
name?
originally got in
I
my
don't
car and held
follow,
me up with a gun,
like,
the car, and then they drove off.
the RP scene like
Yeah,
some of these
shut
guys
up,
do. But when Randy Bullet,
I
yes,
warned them
when
they're about
Randy
to get
Bullet
shot,
came
so
over,
they're expecting
we all saw the metagame
I'm trying to
bullshit
keep
that
up
he was
with
dealing
the
with, man.
experience.
We all saw the crazy
I know, it's
metagame
just London.
bullshit, like where one of the times
Boss?
specifically, I remember he shot up some triads or something like that, got
Going
away,
north.
North Philly.
nowhere to be found, nobody around, and they knew exactly where he was on pinpoint exact, man. Like, and there was
Oh, we
footage
don't
of it. It's
have to
crazy,
rip.
man. And like, and they've done it nonstop. All of a sudden, when he wakes up, all of them get off their cop characters and wake up, and they're all fucking beefing with each other. I'm like, dude,
You're
you
east,
like.
Richie?
What
Man.
class are you guys?
That's why I retired
Alpha
from
class.
crime and changed the story through RP, but was excited to have a chance. And I left there 10 or so months ago, but these admin staff,
Can you
mitigating
need
clowns, are literally killing the potential of their city. Yeah,
Going,
it's you
north
have a
to
clique of people that are protected by their staff team over there in Echo.
West
That's what you
to
see. You have a
Vegas?
clique of people that are protected. And I mean, like, I'm gonna be real. All
Where's
the
Delta?
crims that are over there, I don't understand. Like, you guys need to leave there, man. And like, and I'm not saying that because I absolutely hate that city, man. I'm like, you guys know, like, I'd try to have as less amount of biased decisions as possible, man. I
Your
stuck
street.
on to Echo as long as I could. I call out my buddies when they make mistakes. When my friends get banned, when you guys get banned, you show me the video, like, I'm like,
West
you
to
fucked up here.
Violet?
Don't do that. Like, but, bro, Prodigy is way fucking better. But it's not even like a comparison. Prodigy's public server, way better. Not even a comparison.
Position west
The
of Cliff.
amount of war, look at the war that happens
South
over.
Road
Let's just
Archer.
use gangs over at Echo. All the
Here,
wars
it's
that
info
happen
for
over
me.
in Echo, all the wars that take place, all the
Finish.
gang on gang violence and beef, it's all Twitter beef. And every war that takes place,
Was that interference?
somebody's catching a fucking ban. Every single time, whether it was a justified ban or not, and 90% of the time it's not even justified. But everybody's catching a ban, and there's so many gangs over there that you know that they're fucking around with, they're cheating, they got people ban evading, but they just like, it's okay.
Meteor.
They're protected by the staff team because who's the fucking lady over there? Sassy, because Sassy has her crim character over there, man. So like, it's just, it's not, dude, it's just like,
CMS to PD.
whereas over here in Prodigy,
We're 76 to the casino. Any update on the patients there?
Cap.
We're code for the
over
all-up
here
service.
in Prodigy,
Sorry. No reason
Over-
to be sorry.
over
Just
here
checking
in
to see if our
Prodigy-
assistance is needed.
there's so much reason for gangs to have beef.
East Vespucci.
So I
Where's
don't
Delta?
understand when gangs are like, "Oh, Echo's a shooter city." No, it's
Do we
fucking
have one
not.
more
It's a
available
city
unit?
that completely does not want their people to shoot, and they're gonna ban you
Okay.
for it.
So
Here,
14 plus
there are
1
way
is
more
under-
shootouts here in Prodigy
And
than there
for,
are in Echo.
Focus for me on the interference.
With the snitch going on,
Review
telling you
photo
where
green colored,
cookouts
one
are,
occupied.
with all the different counterplays that can happen, and it's okay. Like, you're not getting banned.
North Palomino.
The only downfall that I would say
Jumping
Sorry,
on.
About-
Noble.
Prodigy Public. I'll start with Prodigy Public. The only
We're
downfall
going
I
on
would
that
say
date.
is before the 2 p.m.
Great.
storm, You are gonna have
Pass up right there.
the public city
Where
moments
we're
because there's
located.
not a queue. So you're gonna get sometimes you're gonna get the people that are like that are just public city people. So there's gonna be random robberies and shit. But just report them. Just report them.
sedan, green
It's just
color.
gonna happen more often.
Shit,
I do feel like random robberies happen
That class
more
was
in
Bravo.
Prodigy versus Echo, but
Where's
like
right
make
there?
something of it. You know what I mean? Like it's
Being
gonna
by the
happen.
red
Make
garage
something of it.
onto San Andreas.
It's just something you got to deal with. But the cool thing is like it's not hard to get
Back on
weapons. It's
East
not
San
hard to
Andreas.
go get things. Man, what in the world is
Dispatch,
going
green
on
light.
here?
There's a large gunfight happening up here in Milton.
But yeah, man, that's my rant.
Only went northbound.
That's my rant about Echo. I'll have to make that a YouTube video.
742